Okay, we're heading over to the gym. I already took my pre-workout supplements, feeling pretty jazzed up. I don't try to overly do the caffeine or anything. I take a number of things that help me with my energy and also fat burning, always looking for fat burning. We're gonna hit shoulders and triceps today. If you're local to North Jersey and you want to do a workout or learn something more about fitness or just have a few laughs, you know, I'm a really funny guy. Hit me up on the channel. I mean, I love to talk fitness. It's fun. Shoulders and triceps are probably my least favorite day at the gym. I always seem to get a good shoulder workout. I've found exercises that work great for me. Triceps I tend to blow off because I get a lot of work during chest, and the same with biceps. On back and biceps day, do quite a few back exercises, so my biceps are already worked. You don't have to kill them. We're gonna hit the local gym and take you through the workout. See you there. Here we go. I'm starting with behind the neck presses. I love this exercise. It works really well for me. Some people suggest you don't do these because it puts your shoulder in a compromised position. You have to be very careful, but they're super effective for me, so I try to include them as often as I can. Doing the warm-up set, 12 to 15 reps, nice and smooth. Go through a full range of motion, get that shoulders warmed up. Again, I'm going to do 2 warm-up sets, and then we will get to work. Okay, ready for our working set. Again, my goal is to build as much muscle as I can. It's gonna burn more calories, reduce my body fat, of course with clean eating, but you know, safely do the work. Again, I'm gonna do a strip set, break it down, and go for the static contraction. That's good. You don't have to go crazy heavy. Do the exercise slow and controlled. You don't want to risk any injury, but you do have to challenge yourself. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Go for a static contraction. What I like to do is hold it in the mid-range position for about 7 seconds. Okay, you'll notice you don't have to come all the way down this way, because if you do, your triceps kick in a lot. You want to keep the pressure right on your shoulders, just your elbows slightly lower than your shoulders, and squeeze the muscles you're trying to work. Okay, our next exercise, which is also something to be cautious about, because an upright row, a lot of people do them with their hands close. I find this exercise to be very effective. I keep my hands wide so I can really concentrate on the shoulder doing the squeeze. So again, I always start with a warm-up, get my body in that groove. Okay, I know that I generally don't tell you how long I'm resting. I usually rest in between 2 and 2.5 minutes between my warm-up sets and my working sets. I set a timer on my phone or else I doom scroll throughout, and I'd be here for 45 minutes and not do anything. So I'm going to do a working set here and then strip it down again for a good squeeze and burn out the muscle. And that was pretty good. You want to keep going on your working sets as long as you can keep a safe form that you're not risking injury. And that's the reason I love these drop sets or strip sets, because then you can go lighter, get the maximum out of the exercise because your muscles are already pre-fatigued from the heavy set. You can do a lighter weight, go for the squeeze to really exhaust the muscle. That's what's going to help you build. We're going to do some side lateral raises. It's just a nice, smooth, athletic stance. Dumbbells come out. You can go higher if you want. I like to go just above my shoulder, nice and smooth down. My hands are slightly out in front of me. I try to keep my elbow in a slightly bent but locked position. You don't want to be like bending. There's different techniques that you can use, but I find that this works best for me. Just targets my shoulders. Warm up set, get in the groove for each exercise. Here we go. Here we go. We'll do our working set. Okay. And again, I'm going to drop it back down. Shoulders are already tired. Started to lose my form with the heavier weights, so strip it down nice and smooth. Go for that 7-second squeeze. And when I come down to the bottom on this set, because it's lighter, I don't go all the way down and let my shoulders rest. Keep the tension. Nice job. Okay, from here I'm just going to jump into a quick set of rear delts. A lot of the movements are not very comfortable, but I find that even doing a little bit of this helps the way my shoulders look, so we're going to do them. Hands are facing front like you would be doing a curl, but we're going to bend down, let our body rest on our thighs, and we're just going to move the weights up to the ceiling, squeezing in the back of your shoulder. You'll have to go super light on these. It's not an area that most people work, and so it's not very strong, but it's only a tiny little muscle group, and I just want them to get conditioned. There you go. That's enough of that. Okay, we did the behind the neck set, but what we're going to do here is just a different grip. I'm going to put my hands in a neutral position, get a little bit more in the front delt, and get some more pressing combo exercises that strengthens the entire shoulder joint. Keep you going a little bit heavier, getting a little bit stronger, developing more muscle. The first thing we're going to do is take this machine and set the seat all the way to the bottom. Like I mentioned on the behind the neck press, we really don't need to start all the way down here. Now, I'm not a tall guy, but in this machine, I'm going to be starting in the lower position anyway. When we come down, we just want to go to parallel with the floor, keep the shoulders engaged, and try to affect less of the triceps. We're going to be keeping triceps later, so check the weight each time you sit down, just in case. Warm up set. Cool. Set your timer. We'll take a 2-minute break and come back for some work. Let's see how we do on this working set. Feel the shoulders pretty good already. You know what? It's not enough work. I always try to challenge myself at least a little bit. Okay. Maybe that wasn't enough work. Now I'm skipping that last part. Okay, moving on to triceps, I've selected a curly bar. I go with a hands up grip, stable position. I think I'm talking less because I'm getting more and more tired. How's that? Nice warm-up set. We will get to work on the next one. Okay, 2 minutes rest, and jacked it up a little bit for myself. You have to forgive where my neck goes. Just try to stay stable. There you go. When you're running out of form and you think you're getting unstable or risking injury, cut yourself off. I'm going to drop it down to a lighter weight, hardly any rest, go right back into it, get some good reps. That's the way. That's the way. Okay. Now the gym that I work out at doesn't have an upright bench with a shorter top. Most of the tops go tall. So I love this tricep exercise, the overhead dumbbell extension. It gives you a great stretch and a good squeeze, but I have to commandeer the lat row machine to set the bench the way that works for me. So my triceps are already pretty goodly worked, and I don't really need a lot of exercise for them. I did the tricep push downs with the reverse grip, and now we're going to turn our hand around, do the other grip on this exercise, grab a lighter dumbbell. I'm going to put my hands the way I do to hold the dumbbell anyway. I'm going to boost it up to my shoulder, and then I stand up over my head. Go for a nice deep stretch. If you don't do this exercise regularly, because this really stretches the tricep, you will probably feel pretty sore. I find this is an excellent exercise for me. I really feel it. I feel that it helps my development. But if you're really just starting to do this exercise, go light the first few times, because the stretch is going to help you develop anyway, but your triceps will be pretty sore. Okay, gonna hit the heavy set. I can probably go heavier than this, but again, your shoulder is in a compromised position. You don't want to risk injury. That's the last thing you want to do. There's plenty of ways to challenge yourself. So what I'll try to do is go nice and slow and controlled, go for that stretch. So the weight really doesn't matter. There's so many ways to challenge yourself that don't kill yourself with heavy weights and risk injury. Okay, that's enough for now. See you in the post game. See, the nice thing about Planet Fitness is that they have these lounge areas. You can kind of come in and sit down before you work out, sit down after you work out, relax a little bit before the ride home. If you've been working too hard, you don't want to be lightheaded or breathing heavy and trying to get home safely. So hope you enjoyed today's workout. We'll hit it again next time. Have a great day. Okay, man, that was a good workout. I'm glad that you were with me. And I know that I mentioned the Zen area at Planet Fitness is one of the features that I love about the gym. And again, it's a great value. And again, I'm not sponsored by them. We'll be going over some of the other features that Planet Fitness offers that I like to take advantage of. I hope you guys enjoyed the exercises. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know if you like the videos. I'm just trying to share my passion for fitness. So give me a buzz, and we'll see you for the next workout.